Hey everybody, I'm back inside after a chilly Azure Standard drop. This is my February 2025 order arriving here in Dameron Valley, Utah in March. St. George Protective Diet Drop is our drop, and our drop is definitely a community gathering. I see all of my friends that love to cook, that are into organic food, and my order is produce heavy this time of year because my garden, I'm just planting all my seed starts now, which Azure Standard has a lot of seeds to provide you as well. But I'm starting my tomatoes and peppers this week. My garden is pretty much dead except for Jerusalem artichokes I've been digging and enjoying, and parsley and chives are perking up. So I've been harvesting a little of that, but I quickly peeled some of this gorgeous grapefruit so you can see the inside. It's pink in color, and this is the blood oranges. These I've been waiting since last year. I went through case after case of these. They are so gorgeous. Look at that. You have to get these in your cart if they're still available. And the lemons this month are outstanding. I had to get a case of all of these. And the zest is one of the most protective parts of all of this fruit. So zest it up, add that to your salads, add that to your stir fries. Oh my gosh, I add it to everything. My hummus is outstanding using the lemon zest and everything. I want to show you my produce, but I also want to show you a couple sales. Take advantage of the Azure sales when stocking your pantry. This month's sales were on organic jalapeno nacho slices. They're called jalapeno nacho slices. I like the hot ones. I also can them in the summertime from my garden, but I'm running short. I've been making the Protective Diet concession stand nachos, plate after plate. We love them with that dent corn. I make my own tortillas. We are cooking from scratch here, but you don't have to. Azure Standard has chips and tortillas and everything, but we love to do everything from scratch. And I love to can, but this is my last jar. Next year, oh my gosh, I'm planting so many more Fresno chilies for my fermented hot sauce and my probiotic pickled pepper rings. These are fermented pepper rings that I can't. That being said, my tomatoes, I didn't can last year because I had so many in 2022 that I'm just getting to the bottom of the last jars. I thought I had enough to make it through winter, but these were on sale, and so I picked these up, and all they contain is tomatoes, organic tomatoes and puree. No additives, no citric acid, nothing added to them. And I love these because I want to have in my pantry what a lot of my students around the world are using, and that's canned diced tomatoes. Not everyone's into canning, even though I want to encourage everyone to get into canning. Then I got cauliflower. We're going to make some buffalo cauliflower. And what else do I have here? The lemons. Oh, the kale. Kale, kale, kale. Kale, the kale. My kale is not producing now. It's been too cold in the garden. So this is when I take advantage of Azure Standard, because my grocery store doesn't have kale like they do. It's not fresh, farm fresh picked. Oh my gosh, look at this lacinato kale. Get this in your workplace for wellness. And then the herbs. I always order herbs every month. And this is cilantro, and I have parsley. Look at how lush and beautiful it is. I have to show you. You can't find this at your supermarket like this. My parsley is just starting to peek out of the garden. It's coming back. But I had to pick up some as well, because I like a lot of parsley. It's very protective. Oh, wait a minute. I got 2 cilantros. No, this one was parsley. This one's cilantro. Oh my gosh. These lights from this camera are blasting me blind. Okay, then I want to show you what Claire and Tylee, my friends at my Azure Standard Drop. I get new friends every single month that I go. Engage at your drops. Ask people, what the heck are you going to do with all those blood oranges? Jerry, what are we going to do with them?
Eat them.
Eat them. Zest the zest into everything, because that zest is more protective than the orange itself. So ask questions when you're unloading the truck. This is your time for community engagement to learn something new. And we were talking about sauerkraut. Oh my gosh. And we were talking about sprout and kraut sandwiches. And we were talking about yogurt making. And so we made a date. One of my new friends, she's got a jalapeno. One that I haven't seen in the area. That's an underground greenhouse, and there's several of them here. And Jerry and I have our spot all laid out that we're gonna put ours in after we do this kitchen remodel. It's on the project list, but the more we can see, the more we can see in action. We get tips from everyone that has one, and I'm gonna bring the fermented onions over to her house so that I can see her jalapeno. And Claire's gonna bring some bread, and we're gonna make a party of it. This is a great way to meet friends with like-minded interests of either stocking their pantries with organics, baking sourdough bread. They're both sourdough bread bakers, eating organics, and they weren't aware of the California citrus that Azure Standard. I love you. I thank you. Leaving California, I now have California Farm Fresh picked and delivered to my door as an Azure Standard volunteer drop host with Jerry. Jerry does all the detail work, sends out all the messages, fills out all the tiles, makes sure all the packages gets to everybody. I do all the fun socializing and visiting and making new friends. So I just wanted to share this month with you. I also got some Castile soap. What am I forgetting here? It's not that large of an order, but I got 2 cases of they call them organic jalapeno nacho slices. And all that's in here I want to mention is the jalapenos and the salt and the water brine. So that's why I'm comfortable. I love using these when I'm running low on mine, and I love sharing these as a gift, because sometimes my own fermented or pickled and canned jalapenos are just too close to my heart to give up. But when I get someone into a protective diet, new on a protective diet, and they have nachos at my house, they definitely go home with a jar of these.
All right.
All right. I have so much excitement about just visiting with these ladies and unloading that truck and talking to our driver who came all the way from Ohio, the flatlands of Ohio. He's driving over the passes and through the mountains of Colorado and Utah. We are so grateful for all of these drivers that work with Azure to get us this beautiful produce and all of our pantry staples. We love you, Azure Standard. Thank you, drivers. Take care.
And best of health.